Izzy, welcome my guy, man. Welcome to Reality Team TV, man. How you feeling today, man? How you doing today?
I'm easy, man.
Yeah?
Mm.
First of all, my guy, yeah? Where are we? Tell us, where are we,
This is
fam?
like, it's a little secret location that we're about to open. But we're working on it. I can't give too much, but we're working on it.
You can't give too much away,
I
yeah?
can't give too much away.
Cool. Straight to the next thing, yeah? I've just been thinking, yeah?
Mm.
I'm always thinking, to be honest with you, yeah? What do you think of the world with everything that's going on right now, yeah? What do you think of the state of the world, what's going on?
Fucking hell. It's crazy right now.
It's mad crazy,
right
innit?
now. Yeah, like obviously,
Yeah.
this epidemic corona thing just hit us out of the blue. No one knew what was going on.
It's mad,
it's
innit?
like, yeah, it's just had everyone thinking, everyone moving a bit crazy, obviously. But main thing, obviously, just keeping your head down, isn't it? Really, just keeping your head down and just trying to survive it. But then again, come on, man, we've been on lockdown since we were born, mate. You know that?
Trust me, man. Were you born in this country?
No,
What country was you born in?
Uganda.
And like, you see when you first came to this country, yeah? What was your first reaction when you first got off the plane and it's like, wow. What was your first reaction?
But as a kid, you're just excited, isn't it? You just be
Yeah.
on a long ass flight, you're just excited, isn't it? So when you come out, you just see
Yeah.
other like planes,
At the,
buses,
you see, like at the time, did you feel like the culture shock? You know, like how people say, because Africa is really hot, and once you come into the UK, it's like it's very cold.
You're told from when you're young, when you're leaving, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
it's cold and da 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 da. Do you get what I'm saying? So you know what you're kind of expecting. But as a child, you're just going to be excited and gassed anyway. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I hear that. Do you consider yourself as a business person?
100%.
100%, yeah?
Yeah, come on, man.
Like,
If you know me, you know me.
nah, definitely. Obviously, I just wanted you to answer that for the people, innit? When was the first time you fell in love with business? Like, the first time you was like, you know what? This is gonna be me for the rest of my life, like a business person.
I'd say the first time I made my first tenner, mate. Like, it's just the first time I made my first tenner, innit? Like, you fall in love with it, innit? Like,
Yeah.
soon as, isn't it? Like, you just
Nah, it's
fall in
true
love
though,
with
it's true.
it. From younger, man, you just fell in love with money, man. That's what it is. Being able to provide for myself, my mum, especially, like, do you get what I'm saying? My family, all of that.
Yeah. Obviously, our parents they come to this country, innit? You know, to make a better living for themselves, and obviously for us as well, innit? And even this, I've been thinking about this as well, yeah. Obviously, our parents, all of us have got older, innit? Years after all of us, you know, immigrating from, you know, our countries to this country, innit? Like, but something that's been like, you know, just going through my head. So I just thought I'd ask you, you know, do you feel like our parents they basically let us down, or do you feel like we've let our parents down after all of these years, after coming to this country, you know, to make a better life? And yeah, do you think we let down our parents, or our parents let us down, or
Nah,
it depends how you really look at it? Do you get what I'm trying to say, though?
Parents didn't let us down, 100%. They
So,
didn't let us down.
so do you think we let them down?
What, as in us not what?
But you get what I'm trying to say,
School,
innit?
not finishing school and doing, like, I don't know.
Obviously,
Like,
you see how when we're young, innit, and everybody says obviously we're gonna go to the UK for a better life, innit. So obviously
Education,
they bring us
yeah.
the education to get a better job, to just basically have a better life, innit. But obviously they bring us to the UK, and after years later, it's like, yeah, do you think they failed us or we failed them? Oh, not really.
our parents first thing, they didn't fail us. They didn't
Yeah.
fail, no way. Like, think about it. Growing up where we grew up, yeah, where you're coming from. Africa's, if you've lived there before anyway, like back in the day anyway, it's not what it is now. Do you know what I'm saying? It's much better now, but before, like our parents, where they came from as well, deep it, they grew up in villages. So from where they've come from to get to like where they are now,
Yeah.
living in this country, working hard, doing a bunch of like, I'd say jobs that people ain't proud of, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? All our
Absolutely.
parents went through that.
Yeah.
So they didn't let us down 100%. They've done the best they could. Like, if anything, they've actually completed their mission.
Their mission.
Us, on the other hand, we're not gone yet, innit? So we can still we still got that time for us to impress them, innit? And make them proud, but
No, it's true.
We're
I just
getting
thought
there,
I'd
innit?
ask you the question because it's one of them questions that sometimes this goes through my head, innit, for different reasons. And I just thought, did we let them down, or did they? You get me? Did we let down our parents, or did they let us down? You get me?
no. We didn't.
get me?
I don't think, like, look, you've got kids, I've got kids, you get me? Like, no, you won't look at your child as a letdown unless, I don't know, they're just on the streets doing a bunch of dumb shit.
True,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
you won't look at like your kids have let you down, but you also get that those kids that are still trying. And I'd like to say, obviously, all of us, like our family, will still try this, isn't it? We'll still,
I'll say that as well. Yeah, definitely. I'll say that as
so
well.
we ain't let them down. I don't think we let them down. Unless they tell you let them down.
Yeah.
Because your mum told you you let them down.
Nah, yours told you that.
Hell no.
You get me? Nah, that's fair enough, really. And even another perfect segue to my next question. Yeah, depression. I hear this word so many times. Like, what's the first thing that comes in your mind when you hear of the word depression? Be as loud as you can, yeah?
Yeah. Look, depression, let me think.
Now take your time,
like depression, you just think like someone who's just at home, probably drinking, smoking weed.
Stuck
or
in the bed.
just on the streets. Or you might see like a homeless guy and you like, as an ignorant person, you might see someone like that and you just think they're depressed or something.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm pretty sure everyone in life's been depressed at some point.
Yeah.
Whether it's going through a breakup, losing a parent, losing a family member, losing a child, like losing money, losing anything, innit? Like,
Yeah.
everyone goes through that little sad depression mode, but it's
Yeah.
how you deal with it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Have you personally been depressed before? Personally for you? Because I mean, you said everybody goes through it before. Yeah. So for you, do you think you've been depressed before?
Everyone has.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just
Yeah.
you go through it. It depends, innit? You go through something in life and you just have to come out of it. And it's how you deal with depression as well. Because remember, sometimes it takes people a different route in life, innit? But yeah, I'd say I was depressed when my dad passed. But
Yeah. And how did you like deal with that? Because obviously, in case that there's a lot of people who I feel like they're going through depression in it, and everybody's looking for ways to cope with their answers and stuff like that. So maybe someone might listen to you and hear the way you dealt with your depression, and it might help them in it.
the way I dealt with my depression, you
Yeah,
know,
because everyone's got different coping mechanism. Everyone's got like different ways of coping in it. So yeah.
how I dealt with it. Our family is very close to me already.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
Is this your car?
Which one? Which one?
The grey Dodge?
No.
Yeah, like we were saying, talking about depression. Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'd have to say like cool. With our family, again, like I said, like we're quite close. So I'd say with like also my dad passed, it's like everyone was around each other. And you know we've got a big family.
Yeah.
So it's like before you know it, you started seeing cousins you ain't seen in a long time, family members you ain't seen in a long time, and obviously kids, you got your kids as well. So it's like everyone's just around, innit? You like all as a family, you lot all around each other. People are just comforting you, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Anything you need. And remember, he was buried overseas in Uganda.
Yeah.
So once you get over there, you then got more family that you ain't seen in time, and you lot all, it's just closure, innit? Like family and friends being there for you, it's just closure, innit?
Yeah.
So that kind of helps with the depression as well, and people kind of like try to take your mind off that.
Yeah, having a family close knit.
Now just imagine you're a lone child.
Yeah.
Or you ain't got friends, or friends ain't there for you, or whatever. Of course.
Yeah, I can see how that could even impact you even more, innit?
Yeah,
if you're the only
100%.
child, because you don't really have nobody to really talk to or anybody to consolidate you, innit? Like, yeah, that's fair enough. And also, what do you think about investment? You see, like obviously we come from Uganda, yeah, and obviously in this, like, what do you think about investing back? Do you feel like other people who are not from this country, yeah, should definitely invest back home, the country that they're from,
100%.
or even so start building back home, and once they've retired or whatever, move back home and just basically live a happy life ever after? Like, what do you think about that?
100%. You need to. You need to, because alright, cool. I'll give you an example.
For people who don't understand, why do they need to?
Alright, I'll give you an example. Especially, I'd say, if you're not born in this country,
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of two people. If you're not born in this country,
Yeah.
but you're doing crime, let's be honest.
Yeah.
We've all had friends who, they weren't born in this country, they were doing crime, been sent back home, after say you go to jail, whatever, you get sent back home, you're back to zero now. Literally. Now that's where your parents will look at you and think, what did I do with this child? Because it's like I took you to a place for you to better your life, and not to now you're back here where I took. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if, like, say if you don't invest back home, and you get in that situation as a person who's on the streets or doing dumb stuff, obviously, you're gonna be back to zero, and now you're gonna struggle. Now if you're a legit person or whatever, it's also good for you to invest back home, because it's like if you go holiday back home or whatever, you've got somewhere to stay because you own your own house. You also got family members that still live there that need help, so you can kind of afford to like kind of help them out if you're doing stuff over there, like businesses or whatever. So you're giving them jobs and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I also feel like as well, maybe you might correct me, maybe I might be wrong in there. Even like, it's just so much better just moving back to our own country, really. I mean, there's nothing wrong with living in the UK, but as a long-term goal, like, who who wouldn't like to move back to their own country and invest back in their own country and
think about
buy
when
there?
our parents came here to better themselves, make
Literally.
money and go back home.
Literally.
And the worst thing that I hate seeing is our parents end up staying here for longer than they should. Maybe sometimes it's because of us, though, their kids as well, because they want to make sure our kids are patterned before I go back.
You know what? You touched on a really important thing there. You see, like some of our parents when they come here with a proper clear plan that I'm going to pattern this and I'm coming back.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, what do you think causes our parents to basically like stay here for longer than they should? What do you think is that? Because I see it with not just our parents. I see it with a lot of immigrants who come here. And they say, oh, I'm going to be here for only a few years and then go back home. But they stay here for like decades. Yeah, what do you think is that? What causes them to literally stay here for longer?
It's a trap, trust me. Because what people tend, it's definitely a trap. Because what tends to happen is like, people come here, you make money, and then it's like, the more money you start making, you think, I can't leave this. Do you get what I'm saying? So some people just think, I'm going to go back to Africa, what am I going to do? I'm just going to sit there, whatever. That's if, again, you don't invest. So you're going to go back home with all this money, you ain't got nothing to do. Now, our parents, obviously, they've got investments and whatever. But at the same time, it's like, they look at us as their kids sometimes and they think, when a parent thinks, I can't leave this child. Or I can't leave these kids because if I go back, what are they going to do? Do you know what I'm saying? But majority of all of us are all grown, don't live with our parents or whatever. So me and my mum go back and forth about this all the time. But
what did your mum say? What's her take on it?
The usual.
Yeah. What did she say about it?
I'll go back when I'm ready. I'll go back when I'm ready.
You don't understand.
I'll go back when I'm ready. But we have our back and forth about it all the time. Because the worst thing that I don't want to lose another parent. Look, we've lost our aunties before, whatever. I don't want to lose another parent to this trap of them coming in, they're meant to be going back and they're stuck here.
I think to be fair with you, fam, even like with my own mum, innit? Because obviously seeing her going out to work and stuff like that with her old age, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I think about that as well, man.
It gets you as a child.
Yeah, you just, especially the older you grow, because obviously, like when you're a child, there's certain things you don't really take in as deep, and when you grow up, obviously, things start making even more sense to you, innit? Like even, just looking at Mumsy, and sometimes I say to myself, yeah, man, I just hope, she doesn't fall into that trap as well. Because even sometimes I say to her as well, Mum, when are you going back? But what's wrong with our parents? It just always seems like they've got another plan on top of another plan, on top of another plan.
Smartest person is your dad. He said, nah. So he'll go